able to share screen? Even though this is a
Down at the
podcast.
bottom, can you see? We're live right now, but that's okay.
Oh, awesome. So I see it. I see it.
Okay, yeah.
It works as explanatory as I can since it's a podcast.
Right. Okay. So, guys, today we're going to be talking about automation and stress. And people are like, what does automation have to do with a world of energy? Everything. Everything is energy and everything is bombarding you constantly. And the biggest thing is people don't know how to get it out of their head. And when you don't have to do things manually, you're getting it out of your head. Our expert today is Shelly, the Builder All Diva Turner. And she's going to talk about how you can have less stress in your life by simple automation. Take it away, Shelly.
All right. Well, I'm so excited. And what you said is very, very true, Brenny, that it doesn't really matter what field you're in. There are no like boundaries to being able to use automation. Automation is such an important part of anything you do in really anything, right? I remember at one point I had triplets, right? Triplets. Yes, indeed. Plus, we already had one son, and then I got pregnant right away with my fifth child. So you would think that where would you put automation into taking care of kids? But in actuality, it helped that when I changed one diaper, I just changed everybody's diaper, whether they needed it or not. It was like an assembly line automation type thing. When we potty trained everybody. It's just one of those things that you learn how to do to make things more efficient and make things run better for you. Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, taking care of 5 kids was a challenge. And I was definitely looking for ways that I could make things a little bit easier for me and for them. So it was really important to even use automation in taking care of my my own basketball team.
So automation to me is just simply coming up with a system that makes things flow smoothly so you don't have to do it one at a time.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
Anything you can set up where it makes it easier, man, you just made life a little bit easier to where you can either just relax a little bit or you can actually maybe step out of your comfort zone and do something that maybe you weren't scheduling to do, but now you have the time to do. So
well, Shelly, let's think about the old days when you would send an email one by one compared to now. You hit a button and you send it to your entire list. And you can segment that out. I mean, just think of that one thing sitting in or typing back in the typewriter days. Yes, people.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I know. I haven't thought about the typewriter days for years.
The white corrective tape for those that didn't have the IBM Correcting Selectic.
That's right. Thank God we don't have that anymore. Thank you, God.
I have no idea. Yeah, that was really something, especially in law firms and real estate offices. You couldn't have a mistake. Didn't matter if you had whiteout. So let's talk to those that are listening right now that, you know, what I find is entrepreneurs don't even know what they need to get automated and people talk over their head. I like you keep it simple. So let's go through the steps of automating a business for a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, for those that need that free time and they don't know what to do.
I'm going to give you some cool tools that'll help you in all kinds of different areas. So let me kind of share my screen and I'll go over a few things with you. So let's see. This is the first time I've heard my
bottom there.
Yeah, I have it. Yep. All right. So I don't know if I'm sharing. Am I sharing? I can't tell.
I think you hit the wrong thing. Go click on like the second one to the right. That shows 2 people in a square. I see this.
Oh, hey.
Okay. There we are.
There it is. Yay. All right. So I'm going to jump into my PowerPoint and I'm going to go like all official business on you. So digital marketing automation with happy me because I'm stress free.
Because she's got everything automated.
Right. So let's talk about the first thing I want to tell you guys about, which is Trello. Trello is a free program you can use that helps you to stay organized. It allows you to do a calendar of activities, organize yourself by the day, set things up that have due dates. You can put items not only on your Trello calendar, but you can move it into your Google Calendar by using something called Zapier. So Trello is actually very powerful. And I'm going to show you guys how I use Trello because I don't use it the normal way. I don't think I do anything the normal way. So let me find my Trello board. So here we go. So this is just at Trello.com, and I set up an account. And this is my actual personal Trello board. This is what I use every day to keep myself organized. And on Trello, we have the ability to make lists. So this is a list right here. 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 And what I've done is I've put one day per list. So today's Monday, November the 18th. So this is today's list. And then I've got tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So these are my lists that I work with. And I keep my list by the day. And everything I need to do that day gets put into that day by using a card. That's what this item is right here, is a card. And on these cards, I have information about what I need to do. So for example, this top card says sales and marketing team meeting, and it has a due date. If I click on that card, I can put any details I need to put in there, any images, any resources, any links. I can tag people if I need to tag people. There's a lot I can do on here to keep everything about this sales and marketing team meeting together and in this one area. Okay, so that was the sales marketing team. Go ahead.
Now, I want to make a comment about this because you also know one of my coaches and Angeline's coaches, and that's Darren Little. And he's all about being the CEO of your company.
That's right.
This is how you're the CEO of your company, people, where it looks like she has a whole team working for her, which she may, but you can get so much done by this type of thing. You're like, you don't have to worry about it. So that's taking stress away. Where's that link? Who's on the project? What's going on? It's at your fingertips.
That's exactly right, Rennie. And it's a centralized place to keep track of what's going on instead of trying to keep it up in your head. Because that's probably the single most stressful thing you can do is keep everything up in your head. Because then you're going to go on vacation and you're going to be thinking about it and thinking, okay, don't forget about that. Don't forget about this. Don't forget about that. So that when you come back, you haven't forgotten everything. But if you put it on your Trello board and keep your notes, it's there. It's ready for you. You can go get a sharp blow to the head and it's okay. Because if you forget anything, you can write back to your Trello.
Shelly, it's a brain dump that's organized.
That's right. And then the great thing about it is, like, say, right here, Trello Builder All account. That was an assignment I gave myself to create a Trello account for a company. If I didn't get that done today, all I'd have to do is move it over to this day. And then it's ready to go for the next day, and it's now a task that I need to get done for the next day. So even if I don't get everything done, which you can see my list, I've still got a lot of stuff to do. So if I don't get it done, I just move it right over to the next day, and I've got my list ready for the next day as well. So it's very, very easy to manage. Once things are done, like say I do the Trello account that I wanted to do, I just click on this little pencil icon and I archive it, and that card goes away. And now it's out of my Trello board. It's over in the archive area. So if I need to go back to it, I can to look at my resources. But if I don't need to, I don't need to go into the archive area. I can just stay into this active area and just keep working my board and moving things along. So tonight, before I go to sleep, I'll actually take this whole Monday board and make sure that everything's complete. If it is, I'll archive it. If it's not complete, I'll move it over to Tuesday. And then I'll take my Monday and just click these triple dots and go to archive and move it off the list. And then I'm ready to go for Tuesday. There's a couple of other things that I make sure I do on this board. The first thing is the tickler. So this tickler list, these are things that maybe they don't have a date. Maybe I don't have a place for them yet, but I know it needs to get done. I just don't have a permanent place for it yet. So I put it right here. So right here, I have update the event calendar. I have to go in and update the event calendar every so often. So what I'll do is I'll click that, and the last date I had is past because I already updated the event calendar. So I'll just click on that and change the date. So the next time I have to update it will be, we'll say December 1st, and then I'll click save. And now that one's actually in there as December the 1st. And when I get to my week that has December 1st on it, I'll actually just click and drag it over to December 1st, and that will remind me when I get to that day to update my calendar. But then once I do, I won't archive this one. I'll actually just move it back over to Tickler, so I don't have to make this card again, because every month I'm going to update the event calendar. So I just drag it back over, and when I'm ready to put another date on it, I put another date on it and drag it over to the correct date. So these are my Tickler reminders to make sure that I remember to do things that are either not ready to be scheduled yet, or they're repeat things that I need to add to my schedule. And then I have several projects. So these are my projects that I'm working on. You can see I've got many open projects. And these are things that maybe I don't necessarily have them on a specific day, but they're big projects that have a lot of resources, a lot of parts and pieces, moving parts and pieces. So I put them into a card. And when I click on that card, I can put all kinds of information on that card about the project, where I'm at, what I'm doing, how it's going, all that kind of stuff. And then if I have a specific task for that, I can make another card and put it on my day. And I can say something like, don't forget to place Facebook ads for your Facebook ad marketing program. So I can remind myself to make the Facebook ads, but I don't necessarily move the whole project. I just create an activity, a card on a day for me to take care of that activity.
And
So
you said you can share this, like you could be working with a little mini group on something and they would have access to that card?
Yeah, Brenny, if you were maybe my VA, I could actually invite you to this card, and you could be on any one of these cards with me, and help me with tracking things. I could assign you to a board. Just to give you an idea, I'll show you one of our bigger boards, sales and marketing. This is a bigger board that we have that has a whole bunch of projects for the company that I'm with. And you can see that I can add members here. I can add a description of what we're doing. They can all tag each other on this project. I'll show you a big one that we did. Let's see, blogs. This is one we worked on that is for the blog, email, and social media updates. And this is a group of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And all 5 people are working on this card to get all of these assignments done. And as they do their part, they check it off on the list, and then they tag the next person to do the next step. So this is a very, very organized way, if you have a team of people, to be passing off projects if there's multiple people involved in the project. So that's another board that I use. But for myself, that's a little bit more complicated if you've got a pretty good team. For people that are just by themselves, you can do just a calendar for your own self that keeps track of the days. And then you have your tickler where you just kind of keep things that don't really have a day, your individual projects, you can keep track of your projects and what's happening with them. And then I have one more list, which is the training videos that I do. I do a lot of training videos with the company that I'm with. So I always keep an open list of the next videos that I need to do. So if I have some downtime, I just grab a video and shoot it real fast. So that's an ongoing list that I keep open. But that's Trello. Very, very easy to use. It's actually free if you just have one board. You can have actually multiple boards. Where it starts costing money is if you have a team member that's on more than one board. So if I brought Brenny in and wanted her on multiple boards of mine, I'd have to pay for her to be on multiple boards. But if I'm doing one board just for myself, it's not going to cost me anything.
You know, Shelly, let's think, I like doing summits. This would really organize a summit in a nice, smooth way. And all the links are there, because one of the frustrations, at least I found, is that the repetitive questions, when you sent it out, you've given it to them. Once again, this is what we're going to talk about, being the CEO of your own company. Taking responsibility. It's nobody else's time, responsibility. Like, I didn't need to remind Shelly what time to show up because she had it organized and just showed up. That's who I like working with, that I don't have to worry, are they going to show up or not? That's what we want automation to do, to help
Right.
you work like you do have this big team, because you're working so smart. Okay, so we got Trello. What else you got up your sleeve today, lady?
I wanted to show you one more thing about Trello, and that is it's got some, I think they're called Powerups. So if you look over here on the menu and you go over here to Powerups, these are things you can add to Trello to make Trello even more functional. And what I love is I've added the calendar aspects. If I close this and just go right here to calendar, this is one of the Powerups. If I click that, then it shows me the things that I have that I put a due date on. And right there is Brenny. So I can actually look at my calendar and see right away what's going on. And then if you are good at Zapier, Zapier works with Trello. So you can actually pull the dates out of Trello and send it into your Google Calendar if you wanted to get really organized. And I'll talk a little bit about Google Calendar in a bit. So that is Trello kind of in a nutshell. And I use it every day for my own organization. And then also the company that I work with, I'm the director of operations, and I actually manage all operations through Trello as well. So it's a very, very powerful tool, and one that you want to jump on and just take a look at least to try to help you keep yourself organized. So that is Trello. Now we're going to look at Google Calendar. Google Calendar is another one of my favorites because it is free to use, just like Trello. And you can keep track of a whole heck of a lot of things, and you can do some cool things with Google Calendar. So let's jump into Google Calendar real quick and take a look, because I think you're going to be amazed at what you can do. So I'm just going to go to Google, and then I'm going to go to one of my Google accounts, which I have only 50 bazillion. And then I'm going to go here to all the little Google apps, and I'm going to go to the Calendar app. Now remember, this is free, and it's attached to your Google email. So I have builderalldiva@gmail.com. That's my Google email, and this is my calendar that's associated with that email. So on this calendar, I actually have my own personal stuff, but then I've had people that I need to be able to work with and schedule things, and they shared their calendar with me. So I have access to their calendars as well, so I can click on those and see everything that they've got going on. I can unclick and then just show my stuff. I've also got some, the company that I work with, I have their information on there, and I can just disable all of that if I want to. So all I'm showing is just my stuff, which is in the blue right there. And you can see that everything right here on the calendar now is just my stuff. This is what Shelly does and only what Shelly does. And then if I want to add my company information, so maybe the company meetings, I click that, and that adds in the company meetings. And you can see the different colors right there to indicate the different topics. The training schedule, so that adds more on there. So this is a great way to keep track. And when people share their calendar with you, that helps you to keep organized with that person as well. So one of the things I do with the company is I start planning meetings, and I have to see if that other person or the group of people that I'm working with has meetings that are going to conflict with the meeting that I want to create. So I check their schedule to make sure they don't have anything conflicting, and then I can set up a meeting. The other cool thing about this calendar is that you can actually embed it into a website. So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to run to Builderall, which is the company that I work with. I'm going to go to events and then event calendar. And when I do that, it actually pulls up our company calendar, and it shows us everything that's on the company calendar. Now it's pulling from this one. I want to show you, look at all the dates and activities and stuff like that. It's pulling from this calendar, but I only have it pulling the Builderall training, okay? So when I click this, it's only showing the Builderall training on that calendar. It's an embeddable calendar that you can say exactly which little calendars that you want showing on that calendar. So this is fabulous if you've got things that you're planning. And Brenny, this is another one for your summit that would be fabulous, is to put a schedule together and then right on your website, have it listed out who's doing what on what days. Absolutely fabulous. It's not very
Shelly, can't you see that too for like coaching, like masterminds?
Yes.
stuff because you and I know how hurting cats can be. And it's
Yeah,
like and this isn't hard to do. This is a copy of code, stick it in an HTML box, Shazam, it looks like that, right?
absolutely. And it's really great because they can print out the calendar. They can look at it by week. So this is by week. This is by month. And then they also have the agenda view. And for me, I actually have the month view on desktop version and then the agenda view on the mobile version. So when people are looking at this page on their phone, it's going to show them this more streamlined version on their phone. So again, a really great way of keeping yourself organized, but also if you're working with other people, helping to keep them organized as well. So Google Calendar is a fabulous, fabulous tool to use. And also, if you're using Google Calendar with your email, you can actually set up meeting reminders. So let's take a look at maybe this hit right here. I'll just double click on it. And right here, you've got add guests. So you can actually click down here and start pulling in people that are in your email list. And you can send them a private invitation to your meeting time. And it will give them a reminder, and it will also allow them to add it to their Google Calendar. And it will say, are you going? Yes, no, maybe. So you can see everybody's yes and who didn't say yes. And then if you want to contact them specifically and say, hey, I just wanted to remind you about this meeting, you can actually do that. So this is another really powerful tool to be able to get yourself organized, but also organize other people as well. Okay.
You know, Shelly, I think one of the points here that is that Google has lots of tools that people are not aware of, and they're all free.
Right.
When you're starting off, you are looking at your budget. When you get down the road, money's not as big of an issue because you want to go to the Cadillac of things. And the calendar is one of many. Like you and I are like, oh, have you done the voice transcriber yet? Oh, how about
I'm going to actually share that in a minute because that's another one that I want everybody to know about because these are
time
just
saver?
Yes, absolutely. So let me jump in and I'll jump into the next thing that we're going to talk about. So I'll share my screen. And Brittany, you may have to click it again to share it. Oops, try it again. Yay, there it is. Okay. So let me go to my PowerPoint slide. Here we go. All right, so we talked about the Google Calendar. Another great thing that Google Calendar has, I'm going to say this a couple more times, is it has Zapier. And Zapier is connected to Google Calendar, and you can do a lot of really cool things with Zapier and Google Calendar. So check that out. I am the Zapier queen, and every time there's a Zap available for a program, I'm always checking it out to see what I can do. And all Zapier does is it allows you to pull data out of one program and connect it to a completely different program. So super cool stuff, and Google Calendar does a great job of helping you stay organized. The next one is Bookmark Toolbar, and this one is actually, to me, I would die without this. And the Bookmark Toolbar is right here on the top of your Google Chrome. You've also got it on Edge. I believe you have it on Safari. It's just a bookmark toolbar that you can keep stuff in. And I use it to keep my day organized. So not only do I use it, Trello, to keep me organized, but I also have a folder on my bookmark toolbar that says daily. And under daily, when I click that, these are all the things that I have to look at daily to get done. And so here I have meetings. So here's all my meetings that are scheduled and the Zoom links to go to those meetings. And then I have training stuff. So everything I need when I'm doing my training it has right there. And then email, I have direct links to all of my emails so I can check those every single day. And then I have some more things like my PLR stuff that I have to check. I have my credit cards that I have to pay off, which thank goodness I think they're all paid off now, so that's great. And several other things that I use, guys, to make sure that I'm keeping track of everything that I need to do every single day. And then also with my Builderall, the company that I work with, I have a lot of resources with them. And I keep track of those resources in this folder. And this folder goes on and on and on and on and on and on for days. It's got so many things. But I know that if I've saved anything for Builderall, I put it in this folder. And then I've got the Facebook groups for Builderall, and I've got all of those in a folder. So if I need to post something quickly into the Facebook groups, I can find every single group very, very quickly by going to this folder. And then I also have another folder. It's been kind of pushed over to the side. But when I'm doing organic Facebook marketing, I actually use folders on the Bookmark Toolbar to remind me which Facebook groups I'm posting in for advertising. And I have them assigned by day. So I have a list of about 10 groups to advertise in on Monday, 10 more on Tuesday, 10 more on Wednesday, 10 more on Thursday. And all of these are groups that I've joined and I've added to these folders to remind myself that on Monday, I'll be advertising in these groups. On Tuesday, I'll be advertising in these groups. So I'll be posting a video, or I'll be doing a live video, or I'll be posting a quote, or I'll be posting a little story, but I'm going to do something in there that's not just a copy paste thing, that is advertising in those 10 groups each and every day, including Saturday and Sunday. So that's how I use my my bookmark toolbar to, again, make sure I'm staying very organized.
I'd be so lost without my bookmark toolbar. I use it for everything. And like Shelly and I, we're in different, we have multiple sources of income. And to think we can remember every link and everything, I go to the folder, here's Builderall, here's Tier 5, here's my podcast stuff, everything. Like we had Olympics in podcasts and we won. I drug it and put it in there because there's going to be a little bit of a flight to London, a little time to watch some videos. And for me, it's night and day. And that takes the stress off, knowing that I can just simply go. First thing I do, Shelly, in the morning is listen to a meditation to get my mind right. Mm-hmm. And so I don't, I just get up, I know right where it is, boom, and off I go. So we've covered a couple of things: Trello, Google Calendar, Zapier. You guys, I just love Zapier. It's just the bridge to things. It just makes it so you have this beautiful bridge. And then the bookmark toolbar. Do you got anything else up your sleeve today?
Of course I do. Are you ready? I've always got stuff up my sleeve.
Oh, I should have done that.
And then there you go. Fantastic. We're cooking with gas now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go back into my PowerPoint. And so the bookmark toolbar allows you to save your sites, not save your sites, but you can saving your sites there. You can organize your daily activities. You can do organic marketing in Facebook using those bookmark toolbars. You can save your Google Docs. That was one of the things I was showing, is many of the Builderall things that I've saved are actually Google Docs that are important links, important resources, and stuff like that. I have them all in that bookmark toolbar. And then you can also create subfolders, so folders inside of folders to help you organize and keep track of your information. So bookmark toolbar is a lifesaver. If you get any website you visit that you want to be able to go back to it, just drop it on that bookmark toolbar and you'll be ready to go. And then, of course, Google Docs. Brittany mentioned this a few minutes ago. This is a great place to keep notes, to collaborate, to voice type. I'm going to show you that in a second. To share docs really fast. It allows you to access almost any format, and you can do word processing, spreadsheets, presentations, and so much more, forms, all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look real quick at Google Docs. So all I do is go into Google, just like this, and then I'm going to go into all my Google apps, and I'm going to find my Google Docs, which is right here. It's under the word Docs. And when I click that, it takes me straight into the word processing docs first. And as you can see, I've got a ton of these. This is how I keep track of my VAs, how I keep track of my team and Builderall. We do Google Docs consistently. But if I click over here, I've not only got word processing docs, but I've got worksheets, which are like Excel spreadsheets. And then I've got slides, which is like PowerPoint. And then I've also got the ability to do forms. So if I want to ask people questions and get the data to be able to look at what answers they're giving me, I can create forms and then have the data go into a sheet so I can process that information. This is a fabulous thing to do, is forms. You can also get the code and embed it in voice type instead of finger type. And I'm going to show you that real fast because to me that's the most amazing feature. So if I click plus to add a new document, it opens up a brand new document with nothing on it. And then all I need to do is go to tools and then voice type. Now, if it's the first time you do this, when you click voice type, it's going to ask you to allow it to use the microphone. So just go ahead and allow it to use the microphone. And when you do that, it puts a little microphone over here on the left-hand side. And then all you have to do is click that microphone and start speaking. So I'm going to go ahead and click it. And now I'm going to start talking, and I'm going to talk regular. I'm not going to slow down. I'm not going to speed up. I'm just going to talk as normal as I can. And what it's going to do is it's going to listen to everything you say and start typing it out for you so you don't have to physically type it out yourself. So this is a great way to start writing your own book, to give instructions to a VA, to write copy for an ad. Whatever you want to do, it will actually type it out probably quicker than if you tried to type it out yourself.
It doesn't always understand Minnesota.
I've been really lucky that it understands me really well, but every once in a while it does something really weird. But I'd say probably 95% of the time it does it exactly right. The only other exception is it doesn't do punctuation for you. So once you work with it for a while, you'll start to understand how to do some punctuation if you want to put that in there. Honestly, with my VAs, I don't put any punctuation. The only thing I might put is new paragraph. And you see how it started a new paragraph for me. So that is the most important thing that I do is use that feature so I can break up the wording a little bit so it doesn't get all jumbled into one paragraph. But the best thing about it is I can get instructions out super duper fast to my VAs or to my team. And then I give them the link, the share link to this document. And this keeps them updated on what I want them to do. So all they do for me is go check my Google Doc and look and see if I have any new instructions for them. And of course, I've only spoken the instructions. I haven't had to type it in. And they check it. They do what they're supposed to. They type in on the top is where I keep it updated. So they type in their results on the top, and then I come in and update it with anything else I need them to do. So it's an ongoing document we use to communicate back and forth on what I want them to do, and then how they're doing, and if they're getting it done, and if they need any help. So it works really, really well. Very, very easy to use. And when you're done, you just click the red microphone, and it stops recording, and then you're ready to go. So very, very simple. It's one of my favorites. And then, of course, when you're done, you've got the ability to save this bad boy and keep adding to it and keep going. So my VA.
This would be good for like a private detective on their phone. Yes, that is exactly what you said. Here is the transcript of it.
I've been known to do that where I was too tired to type out a transcript for one of my videos. So I just put the video on my cell phone and put my cell phone by the speaker and let the Google Doc actually transcribe the video for me. So.
And I used it. I had a really good presentation and I wanted to do a live, and the wording was so awesome that I did the same thing. I put my phone up there, it transcribed everything, and then I used it as bullet points so that I hit the highlights of what I wanted to do. I want to say something really quick that I found recently that it's been there, but it's like I'm traveling, so I'm using my phone a lot. And now groups, a lot of the coaching programs have messenger feeds where they put everybody in a messenger feed, and stuff gets lost, and it's very frustrating. So if you just hold your finger on it and you can copy it, then you go to the doc on your iPhone and paste it. You can print it. You have it right there. So just another Google tip, because anytime, Shelly, I'm like you, I start a project, I go get a Google account for that, whether it's Bitcoin, or digital marketing brand, or builder all brand, boom.
This is another cool feature is I'm actually in a Google Doc right now, and this is one that my team is working on with me. So we've got about 5 people working on this project. And as you can see, there are 2 of us in here right now. And if I scroll down, I might actually see the other person editing as we're speaking. So as I scroll down, they may be somewhere actually adding more text or adding an image or adding something like that. And as they're making changes, I can actually work on my area and make changes as well. So this can be almost like a living, breathing document. And so you can see right here, this person made a change, they asked a question, this person answered, and then they answered back. So it's a really neat way to work and collaborate together on something without having to be in the same exact room, or even without having to Zoom together all the time or anything like that. So this is another fabulous tool that you can use to keep yourself organized, but also work with your VAs, which if you're in business for yourself, you're probably going to need something like a VA, or you're going to get a team member or a partner or something like that at some point. So Google Docs are a great way to keep track of things and keep things running without having to meet personally all the time.
Oh man, does that save you time right there, huh, Shelly?
Absolutely.
On the phone, texting, no need for it. Boom. What I like too is you can see who's there and you can see what's going on. So it's like, no, I wasn't in the document. You're in it right now.
Right. That's exactly right. So Google Docs is another way to streamline things and de-stress your life. And then the last thing that I use is something called Builderall. I have many different businesses that I run, and I have a mobile app development business. I have a jewelry company. I have an affiliate commission type company. I do PLR products. I do a lot of different things. And Builderall allows me to have a kind of like a one-stop shopping area to further organize my business. So inside of Builderall, I've got the ability to build websites. I can do all of my email marketing, including autoresponders and then one-time emails. I can do all of that inside of Builderall. I can do webinars and I can do chat bots. If you guys have seen on Facebook, where when you go onto someone's Facebook page or a business page, you see a pop-up that says, "How can we help you?" And it almost feels like a real person is talking to you in chat. Those are chat bots. Well, Builderall has chat bots and they have site bots, meaning you can put a chat bot on your site and not have it connected to Facebook, which is huge. So those two are very valuable because then you don't have to answer your questions from users. You can actually set up a very cool chat bot or site bot and have it answer questions for you. Those frequently asked questions that the person's going to run into. Or if you're trying to get leads, you can use it as a lead magnet system. Or if you're just trying to give them information about your company, what are your hours, where is your location, all of that can be put in a chat bot or a site bot as well. So all of this is creating more time for you so you can do money making activities and let the chat bot and the site bot work for you.
So a chat bot, that's like, let's say I'm on Verizon and I want something and it pops up. Maybe you want to do this, this, or this. That's a chat bot. I think one of the things is everybody associates it with Facebook. Boy, that was a tongue twister.
I know that's hard.
And not everybody is on Facebook, people. Right. It is a great marketing tool. That's what Facebook is. Don't think they really like you. Well, take advantage of that, right?
And that's why that site bot is so good, Brenny, because that is just exactly like a chat bot, which is connected to Facebook, but it can be put on your website and not have to be connected to Facebook. So that's huge because with Facebook, you have to go through an approval process and it's just kind of a pain in the patootie. But with the site bot, it's completely independent of Facebook. So you create it and you put a little bit of code on your website and shazam, you're starting to answer questions for your customers and you don't even have to be there. So super beautiful.
Now I'm in Builderall and I know there's a whole lot more tools than you have listed here. One of them that I find people are very interested in is membership sites. Can we just talk about that for a little bit? How can that automate a business? Because the people watching this are maybe newer in business and they're trying to figure out what to do. They know they have a product. They know they're good at what they do. How can they use Builderall to gather the leads and sell it to them, and help them and put it in a membership site?
Well, I'm gonna put it in terms of underwater basket weaving because that's like my favorite thing. But let's say I'm like an expert in underwater basket weaving, and I'm thinking my talents need to go out into the world so I can teach other people to love underwater basket weaving like I do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a basic website to collect emails, right? You can do that on Builderall. And then once I collect those emails, they're going to go into a email autoresponder, so that can start sending out automated messages for me. So I just write the messages once, put them in there, and shazam, they go out magically. And then once I start sending them those emails, inside of those emails, I'm going to say, hey, I heard you like underwater basket weaving. I have some classes for you that I bet you would love. And those classes I can sell. And once they buy it, they get access to a membership area where all the classes are located. So now they've paid me to access those underwater basket weaving classes inside that membership area. And all of that can be done inside of Builderall. So just imagine we can create the website, we can collect the email, we can send out marketing emails to the people that signed up. We can tell them, hey, we've got a course, here's how much it costs. We can set up the checkout so that people can buy it. And then once they buy it, they get access to the membership area where they can get the courses. And all of that can be done inside of Builderall.
And you can put the chat bot right there with frequently asked questions. So you're sleeping and your phone's not going off. We've all been there when you've started as an entrepreneur. I remember Shelly typing a summit, and I had my head laying on my desk because it had to be done, and it was in WordPress. I don't need to really say too much, do I? Trying to get all the plugins to work, and I just was laying there so tired. It's got to be done. That was very stressful. Something like this, drag and drop. I'm a member of Builderall too, so we rah, we like it. It's a great tool for anybody, especially those of you starting out. But Shelly, tell them what the mission is. I love really what the mission is. It's not about business. It's about helping the world and helping especially students and households.
Yeah, I love one of our marching orders is an entrepreneur in every home. And I actually love that because in my history, way back in the Stone Age, I was actually a high school biology teacher. And one of the things that frustrated me about public school was the fact that we just taught our kids how to pass or fail. There was never any gray area. You either pass or you fail. And if you fail, you are a failure. But in entrepreneurship, you're supposed to fail. That's part of the process of learning how to be successful. Is you kind of go like bumper cars. You go this direction and hit a wall, and then you kind of back up a little bit and hit another wall, and back up a little bit and hit another wall. And it frustrates me that our children, our students, our young people haven't learned that failure is okay.
Right.
Failure is absolutely okay.
No trophy for everyone. I was a runner. I put the time in. It makes me just crazy. What?
The idea of saying an entrepreneur in every home is so exciting because that means we're going to go out and we're going to touch those people, not in a bad way, but in a good way, and teach them that it's okay to fail. That's what entrepreneurship is about, is learning how to fail. We're going to constantly learn how to fail forward so that you can figure out what works for you in business. So that is really, really exciting. The other thing I really love about our company is that we really cater to everyone. So it's the low end entrepreneur that's just coming in that doesn't know what to do. We've got tons and tons and tons of training on that. And then the high end entrepreneur that already knows what to do, they're going to be able to jump in and get their email set up, get their website done, get everything they need done, and shazam, they're ready to go. But those that are low end and brand new, we've got boot camps and workshops that walk you all the way through the process. How do I know this? Because I taught them. So I know what is involved, right? So we've got 5-day workshops, 7-day workshops. They're all free. And they teach you how to go from the very beginning of something through not just Builderall, but things outside of Builderall that you need to put it all together and make it happen. So if you want to do a business where you're selling a digital product, we're going to show you how to find digital products if you don't know where to get any, how to make digital products if you don't know how to make them. And then we're going to show you how to use Builderall to put those things together in a website to sell them. And then we're going to show you how to deliver them. It's absolutely crazy. That's a 7-day boot camp that's free to everybody. And that's actually free whether you're in Builderall or not. So
Right.
you can see the value that Builderall is giving to the digital marketing community, not just for the ones that are working and making bazillions of money and they're going to leave everybody in the dust. They actually don't want to leave anybody in the dust. They want everybody to reach their fullest potential with digital marketing. And for that reason, they just kind of put out all the stops and try to get you everything you need to be successful. It's crazy talk is what it is.
Well, I think it's really fun because when you're starting out and if you're not a geek, you have no idea what you need. Like I heard a lady yesterday and I guess it shocked me. She's like, I didn't understand what you were talking about to this coach about Aweber, what that is, and CRMs,
Mhm.
because everyone wants to use big words and they want to say,
Right,
go get this high end one. And when
right,
you're starting out, that's what I love about this is you can try everything and build it the way you want it.
that's
My
right,
back office does not look like yours.
right.
But
That's
the
right.
training, over the last couple years, they've really put it together, organized very well, where you can just click on a video. And
Mhm.
I personally love the support group on Facebook. I have
Mhm.
never had a problem getting anything answered there,
Right.
whether it's from support or from a team member, because everybody likes to help each other. Because we know what it's like when you're stuck going, oh.
And that's the other thing about the community is probably one of the strongest points of Builderall is actually the community. And Terry Stevenson is here. She's also a member of Builderall, and she will tell you that community is like first and foremost. And when you come in as a newbie, I guess it's really scary to maybe post a question. But what's funny is you'll get that person to post and like I don't know how many people will just kind of dive in and give the answer. Did you think about it this way? And did you think about that? Oh, here's a screenshot. Well, here's this. Here's that. Oh, I made a PDF or here's a video. And you're just like, holy crap. It's like over help, but it's fabulous because,
Or who's that lady doing a summit?
right.
Hey, Shelly, you want to do a summit with me? Sure. Okay, tell me a bunch of people to interview.
Sure. I love it because what it does is it makes the person that's just starting feel important,
Yes.
just as important as the person that's on the top 10 list of the top affiliates. And that's what Eric, the CEO, is trying to do is make everybody feel like they are in the right place at the right time and they are capable of reaching their fullest potential. And when you start feeling like that in a company, you're gonna stay and you're gonna work and you're gonna try and you're gonna learn how to fail forward because now all of a sudden failure is not scary anymore.
Well, and you don't really have any excuse when you can get on a platform and have every tool you need to be
Mhm.
professional. And what I love is sharing funnels because
Oh
some
yeah,
people are much better at building funnels than others.
right.
And so it's like if you have a team, that's what really got me. I'm like, wow, you mean we can build it and all they is share it and you don't have to worry. They just put their link in there and off
Well,
you go.
we've even got the auto tags now, Brittany, so you didn't have to worry about putting your own links. It can be completely set up so that it pulls your information when the funnel is sent to you. It pulls your information in, so it's actually ready to go.
That's what an auto tag is. I'm like, I wonder
Yep,
what that
auto
is.
funnel tag. Yeah, so if you've got a little area that says Brittany, that's what you want your name to show up as. Then when that thing comes in and it says pull Brittany's name, it's going to show it on the website for you because you already told it what you wanted it to be. Same thing with chatbots. We just got the new feature in chatbots. So if I'm sending a chatbot to you, I can set it up so there's certain fields you can customize with your own information. And then when you go to put it into the chatbot, before it puts it in there, it'll pull up all those customized fields and say, Brittany, what's your name? Brittany. What's your address? Blah, blah, blah. What's your hours? Blah, blah, blah. And then we'll put that in there for you. So it finishes out the chatbot for you so you don't have to edit.
Wow, that works really good when you're talking about affiliate stuff because some people, when we were transferring, when we first started in the bot world a couple of years ago, we transfer and they wouldn't change their affiliate ID. So
Right.
somebody was really racking in the money. It wasn't the person promoting it.
That's very true. So we've got those auto funnel tags now, and then of course chatbot set up. So there's so many things behind the scenes in Builderall that honestly, we have certified partner training, and Brittany, you've been through this. And when we talk about just the basics of Builderall and getting them acclimated to the builders and the basic tools, that's about 4 months worth of training. Literally 4 months every single day for how long, Brittany?
I think it was like 4 months, Shelly, and it was like every day.
Every day for 3 or 4 hours
on Fridays.
Yeah.
No, the first day I went, what? I mean, it was like, I love the community because I work alone. I'm single. I live alone. And the biggest challenge, one of the biggest challenges has been for me is to have somebody to reach out and talk to when I'm stuck. Because sometimes you just don't see it and it's right in front of you. Like when you type and you type the same misspelling every time, even though you know it, it's like to have a new perspective or just somebody to support you, say, hey, why don't you do this? Hey, knucklehead, here's that video again.
That's right. We do have some people that actually say, hey, knucklehead, but that's okay. Everybody's really supportive and it's really, really fun. And I see Jane actually was in Builderall too. And it's great to see Jane here. And Angeline says, hey, Brittany and Shelly. Hey, Angeline.
She's my buddy. We are in quantum coaching together and we're in cryptocurrency together. And she's a high vibing, fun lady. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what you do. You find the people you want to hang out with when you're an entrepreneur. It's your business. It's your life. You don't have to hang out with anybody you don't like. I like Shelly. That's why I'm always like, well, what can we do together? What should we do? Let's do a training on automation.
There you go. That's how it works. And honestly, if you want to be successful in business and becoming an entrepreneur, you want to start finding those people that you want to emulate. Find things in those people that you like, that you want to emulate, and then just find out from them what they do. And in the Builderall community, especially, they're so generous. I mean, I know I give away all my secrets. I don't keep any secrets. I have 0 secrets. And when I do training, it is all out training. Everything I've got is what you get. And just like the how to sell a digital product on Builderall, I showed ways to get digital products that you probably pay good money to find that information out. And I just gave it free as a Builderall training, all free, and how to set it up and how to get payments and how to deliver your product. All of that's probably a $2,000 to $3,000 course. You get it free inside of Builderall as a way to help you learn how to use Builderall, because we want to see you be successful. And we have dozens of trainings like that. And then there's also trainings on all the tools. And then you find trainings by the leaders. And it's just ridiculous what's out there. And again,
it's not just about a website builder is what I want people to get.
Right.
If you want to make money on the internet, you can just pick one tool, like the script writing, or, Canva, anything you want. You can just get good at one thing and you can do videos on that, and you can start building a team that way and selling digital products, putting the training in a membership, giving it away as a bonus. I mean, this is how you learn, guys, as you hang around people that are doing it. We do the work ourselves, okay? And it's good to do the work yourself so when you hire people, it does not take 30 hours to build that website, especially if it was a template. So no.
That's right. That's exactly it. But yeah, it's just such a great community. And there's so many other tools that we didn't touch on. One of my new favorites is the magazine app. So if you've got a favorite hobby of yours, you can make it into a magazine. There's the video wrapper. There's that's one where you can take a video and wrap it with the top banner and the bottom banner, and put images and text on it. There's the video.
That was a wrapper, like, yo, Shelly, let me tell you.
I guess you could if you wanted to wrap on it and then put it in the video wrapper.
Skinny ones, like the ones where they walk out. Remember, Alex, stop walking out.
Yeah, I know, right? We can still do that. That's actually in there. That's the video studio.
Floating video? Is that what it was called? Floating video?
Floating videos. That's right. We can still do that. That's in the video studios now. It's moved to a different place, but we still have it. But that was really cool where what Brittany's talking about is you can shoot a video with a green screen. And then with the video studio, you can take that green screen out and just leave like you. And it looks like you are floating on top of your website, on top of your website that you're doing. And when we first came into Builderall, our marketing person made that video and put it on the desktop. And so he would walk out and he would start talking, and it was great. It was a great effect. But
the first 200 times.
Yeah, until you watch it 5,000 times in a row. And I can still tell you exactly what he said word for word, right? It's like before you start clicking all over the place.
We all probably could go and just chant it together. And he's a great guy. I absolutely.
But that was a great feature, and we still have it. So you can still do floating videos, which is really, really cool. So there's so many things you can do in Builderall. And what's cool about it, it is a one-stop shopping. So you pay one fee and you get everything in Builderall. Everything.
I think we should do one on the video stuff. People love it, and it's like so much fun. And I'm surprised you never see this on websites. Hardly ever do I ever see any of this on a website. And it's just fun. Like I already have a green room, so
yep, there you go.
You're around, Shelly.
I loved it when he left. If you like watch that video long enough, he would like leave and disappear. And then
he'd peek his head back out.
You're like, are you still here?
You guys, life is meant to be fun, and it's how you view it. We are talking technology, okay? And we are laughing and having fun. That's what it's really all about, is how I feel, is helping others and having a good time, lighten up. I mean, we're way too stressed out. So I asked Shelly if she would do this little, recording on automation to reduce stress, because people are so wound up nowadays, and they're always like, I don't have any time. I don't have time. I don't have any time. Well, first you don't, because you keep saying it. But I think the key is they don't know where to begin. And you can watch this video over and over. And I highly recommend, like I have shown, I can't say how many people, little tricks in Google, like just the voice recorder, like, oh, wow, man, I can get my ebook out of that. And it's like, yeah, put your iPhone up there and then just go have your VA edit it. Shelly showed you how to do that stuff. So Shelly, thanks. We'll do another one. This is fun stuff, and we like helping people. We really like Builderall ourselves. So, if you're interested, all you have to do is contact Shelly, contact me. We'll get you started. Otherwise, look for more fun training on automation. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you all around the internet. And if you join Builderall, make sure you jump into the 7-day free trial. You don't want to miss that. And get that from Brittany. She's got a wonderful link she can give you for 7 days free. And in those 7 days, contact Brittany. Let her know you need a training on how to build a website, how to build a chatbot. Brittany will direct you to the right place to get that training. And you can get started automating your business by having everything in one place. So check with Brittany, get her link, get started. Don't waste any time, guys. If you've got that entrepreneurial spirit, just get in there and get it done. And let's start earning some money and building your company to be exactly what you want it to be.
And helping people.
That's right.
Helping people. Bye, everyone. Thanks for showing up.
Bye.
It's ending still. Ending.